Yeah. Karibuni, 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 karibuni. Welcome, 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 welcome. Happy Clare, Martin Rono, Mukami Mutuma, Jesse Jacinta, Adojo Charity, Masi Njoroge, Mwigembe, Nancy Mukazivi, Rispa Gisheri, Latifa 001, Maggie Wisdom. Hey, leo Latifa amefika huku. That's interesting. Latifa, since uko huku nani ako TikTok? Latifa, uko huku kumemwacha nani TikTok wewe? Nyari Oloma, karibu sana. Asante sana for the kind words. Prisa Waidera, niaje, karibu sana. Anes Morani, niaje, welcome, welcome, welcome. Tuko lock, Connie Cont, nimekucheki. Luna Eve, I'm back like we never left. Aisha sema Obinna, nimekuona sana. Evanso Dibul, karibu sana. Atibosila na pilipili hoho ya kupika pizza. Leo nimeambia vitu mingi, nimeambia naka kama banana, kaka ndizi imeiva, sema na kama chungwa. Bettina Mwasi, Chantel Chepto, karibu sana. Tofa nimekucheki. Beatrice Anyango pia nimekuona. Augo M, karibu sana. Ati sema Aisha Obinna niwekea hata thao data ita watch. So itakuwa ni tricky. You know why? Everywhere I go, everybody I meet wants me to give them money. I don't know why Kenyans, we are like that. In Uganda, it's a bit different. In Uganda, everywhere I go, napatiwa. Kenya, trust me, everywhere I go, nikipark tu hivi gari, first of all, watu wa parking, na wa nikipanda hivi lift, mse nimepatana naye, na nikiingia, na kila mse, mimi ni fan wako, usiniwache hivyo, huwezi niwacha hivyo. Wengine mpaka wana demand, wengine wanatukimbizanga na munez na nduthi na tuna hivi, wanakabu kwa idrisha, Obinna. Unashusha, niaje, poa sana wazee, si ni watu wako, unatuachaje mazee, usituache hivyo. Like, nikienda petrol station hivi, wanakama, pia mimi niwekee, mpaka nataka kukupiga. I'm like, sasa nikianza kupea kila mtu hivyo, sasa wale wenye they really need it, atutapata ya kuwapatia number 1, number 2, sinarudi ushago. Alafu sasa tomorrow, now I'll be very, like hizo situations za kila mtu zitakuwa very heart, nasemanga itakuwa very heart touching. No, that's not the right word. Itakuwa ya huruma. Alafu then sa story yangu ndio sasa itakuwa ya huruma. Ushasikia hiyo? Yeah. Leo oh my god, hey, oh my god, hey. Kesho mimi ndio watakuwa wananiambia oh my god. Nisema Obinna surely uliana mpaka hapa, then so itakuwa bit tricky. Okay. Then pia hakuna mazee, uchumi ni noma, hakuna. Mimi pia niko tu. All right? I think we have a good number. Davido, nipe introduction tafadhali. What's up, everybody? Your guy, the top is in the building. It's Monday, and when it's Monday, it's time for Obinna Show live. Asante sana for streaming the live. We do not take this for granted. Leo umetushikilia maze kwa hizo episodes zimepita, watch. Asanteni sana. The last episode yenye tumetoka sahi. Ushakuwa kwa interview kwa tu zile za. Go and check it out with Mheshimiwa Absalom, MCA for Korogocho. Ule jamaa ako kwa dunia yake. Yeah, ule jamaa ako he's living. Leo nimepiga nini na Katelo. Zabe, Katelo amesema tuko na aliens. It's true. They live amongst us. They live and walk amongst us. Oh, and speaking of, Zabe is gonna air on Thursday. Because Wednesday tuko maandamano. Alafu pia Zabe ki air on Thursday itakuwa inaleta saa combination of what happened during maandamano pia itakuwa part of it. Because if we don't know, itamaanisha tena mpaka next Wednesday and itakuwa tena imechoka. So tumesongeza tu mpaka Thursday kidogo for this special one. However, this is Obinna Show live, and when it's Monday, definitely time for some motivation and inspiration. And we aim to educate and entertain. That is all we're going to be doing. However, this episode is going to be informative because we need to inform you on a few things that are happening, the developments that are happening in Albert Ojwang's funeral, Mazishi, the final journey for a comrade, people power. So we're going to be talking about that one in a short while. But for saizi tuko Samaki, this is our joint that we get to do this show from, and you should pass by over here and try some of our delicacies, especially the seafood. That is what we are known for. Lakini usiogope. Watu wa pizza na nyama choma pia tuko na nyinyi, na watu wa car wash gari chafu tumaleta car wash pia iko on site. Suti mumediglo kuritaliate buda. Hii suti imetoka at Young Tailors mazeni. Nilimwambia nataka kitu ka yellow. Ya kitu ka kuingia ukambani ndani. Kaambia ukambani Obinna kokodonjo. Ndio hiyo sasa. Kale tukaseo nyathini lalo pacha. Yeah, so hii suti imetoka pale at Young Tailors. In a glow, man. I normally look very good in weird colors. Kwanza next week na feel kunya ka pink re. Correct? Pink? Iko tu sawa. Yeah, next week ndakunya na koti naga kama shati ya guest. Sitasema guest mgani, but well, we're going to do a pink coat. Alrighty. So let's get right into it. So I'm having 3 guests on the show. Naenda kwa tambua in a short while, but siropigeni makofi kwanza. Karibuni sana. So this is the team that is handling Albert Ojwang's final journey. So we have the chairman for the committee. Your name is?
John
Okwanyo. All right. Then tuko na jamu wa katikati.
Kenneth Ouma.
John Okwanyo. Kenneth Ouma.
Yes.
What's your role in the whole thing?
I'm the spokesperson.
Oh, you are the spokesperson.
Yeah.
Alafu ni chairman of the committee. And then tuko na mrembo in the finds. Huu nimemjua. Akumark ni different. Sema umenimark. Hiyo kwa sisa hizi. Hanifa.
Yes, Hanifa Safia Omari.
Okay. Your role in the whole thing?
I'm the lead planner for the Requiem Mass and the burial.
Lead planner for the Requiem Mass and the burial.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the team that is handling Ojwang's final journey. So the reason why they're here, because we just need to find a couple of information that is going to be very useful in the next 1 week or so. Cindy, when are we laying Ojwang to rest?
4th July.
4th of July. So 4th of July today is 23rd. So that means the other weekend.
And on Friday.
Yeah?
On Friday.
It will be on Friday.
Yeah, it's a Friday. Why Friday? The ISDA?
Yeah, there is a combination of factors. SDA is one of them.
SDA is?
One of them.
Or is one of them? Yeah, because sometimes SDA ndo Saturday kidogo tricky. Okay. So 4th of July is when you are laying comrade to rest. Okay. Where is he now?
He's in Chiromo.
Ako Chiromo?
Yes.
Okay. So karibuni sana Obinna Show live. Naona hata Pamela shapatia maji, sasa hata niite Pamela kweli. Tuendelee, si ndio? Mwenye ana kimaji ya kule vako. So, where do we start the brief from? Do you start from the chairman, then you hand over to the spokesperson, ama spokesperson ndiye ana hand over kwa?
Yeah, you'll start from the chairman.
Okay. Yeah, because we've been having a lot of information flying around, but now when you hear it from the chairman, now we know what to, tafadhali, take the stage. Yeah.
As I had said before, my name is John Okwanyo. Albert is my nephew, and we are happy to be hosted in the Obinna Show.
Asante, karibu.
We need to shed light on some of the issues that are coming up. As you know, IPOA is now done with the body. There's no more that they really need from the body right now. And this sets into action the next journey for the final journey of Albert. So we as a family have decided on the date of burial. As we have indicated, it is going to be on Friday, the 4th of July, the year of our Lord 2025. And that is a hallmark of an event, and we expect Kenyans to get it clear so that those who are planning to attend can attend. The final journey for Albert will be held, that is the burial, will be held in Kokwanyo location.
Okay.
Kakoth village, Rachwanyo East sub-county of Homa Bay County.
Okay.
Near Nyawango Primary School. Nyawango Primary School has Nyawango Junior Secondary School and Nyawango Senior Secondary School.
Okay.
So that's the exact location. Somebody can Google Nyawango Primary School, Nyawango Secondary School, Nyawango Comprehensive School. All that leads you to the same place.
Okay.
So we intend to have the Requiem Mass on 2nd, Wednesday, 2nd July 2025.
Okay.
The venue, we shall put it available when it is ready. So
But it's in Nairobi.
yeah, in Nairobi.
It's Nairobi.
Okay.
The Requiem Mass will be in Nairobi.
Okay.
So until up to that point, I hope that is now clear and is formative enough for action.
Timings?
The Requiem Mass should begin at between 9 to 4. 9 to 4 on 2nd of July. And the burial ceremony will be a whole day. Right from the morning to the time that he is buried, actually, and all are welcome. And to add to this, we are so thankful for the Gen Zs, Albert's friends, the Kenyan people who have so far been with us during this grieving period. And due to the nature of Albert, there is a lot of speculation that have come up in the social media, some of which we may have the opportunity to clarify now, because without us talking about it, probably people might take propaganda for truth. Thank you.
All right. Who are some of the guests that are coming for the funeral?
Everybody is invited.
Okay.
We do not have a category of people who will come. Everybody will be our guest. When you come for the burial, for the funeral, consider yourself our guest that day. Yeah. Everyone, all Kenyans are invited.
Okay. Now going to the spokesperson.
Oh, you're also welcome for the funeral, Obinna.
No, I'm coming.
Oh, thank you.
I'm coming through. Nikose aje.
And be in pink.
That's a
maybe.
comrade.
Maybe
Yeah,
you'll
I'll
be in
come
pink.
through. I have to be there for
Thank
for
you
the
so
funeral.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to be there.
Yeah, so what exactly?
Because now
This
he's
is a
handled
lot I can,
he's
talk
handled the
about.
itinerary
Yes.
for the funeral.
Yeah.
Now we need you now to break down other parts.
Yes.
For example, we've had a lot of conversation that is happening now about money. Actually, that's now the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Actually, now it's even outside the room.
Yeah.
So the money situation
Yeah.
has brought a lot of bile and beef online.
Yeah.
There's a battle between her, Eric, the team, the family, the Gen Zs. We are hearing a lot of things. But as a spokesperson, I want you to make it make sense, give us sane conclusion so we know how much was raised, where has it gone. I've just seen a screenshot, Onesimus just shared a screenshot with me, that someone is saying, I think it was, is it about the money? That Baba Albert has not received the 2 million that was promised by the president. Mara, somewhere we're hearing that in the pay bills there was 10 million shillings. I think Eric said it. Then, yani mambo ni mingi.
Yeah.
So we need you to make it make sense for us. What is happening? How much is the money? Where's the money going? How much money have you gotten from the Gen Zs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to talk about it,
Okay.
and in a very transparent way. First, I want to appreciate everyone who is mourning with us.
Okay.
You know, in our culture, people have different ways of mourning. There are people who sing dirges. There are people who bring their contribution. Last time we were home, we received a number of guests. Some coming with, I remember about 4 people came with the rams, and some came with sacks of maize, and some brought money. Okay, so far when it occurred, when Albert died, there was an urgent need of setting up an account and a pay bill, which we did.
Okay.
The day after the autopsy, actually the day we did the autopsy is the day we created an account, which we shared to the public. And it is the same pay bill that Hanifa shared. But you see, all Kenyans are, I can say they're Kenyans of goodwill, and they are well-meaning. For example, Eric, who also did a pay bill in well-meaning and in good faith. And we have checked the pay bills that are there. There's one that we have been made aware that is a fake one. It was shared in his account that appeared to be his, but it's not his. There's another account, another pay bill which Eric shared that we have checked. The one which is, the information we have is that pay bill is terminating into the account, the official family account. So there's no conflicts. Yeah. And the one that we have, the official family pay bill, is the one which we created with the help of our sister. It is an official pay bill, and the one which Eric shared, these 2 pay bills are terminating into one account, that is the family account. Yeah, and I saw, actually, Eric did not say that there's 10 million, unless I saw a different video. He was making an assumption that if today there are about 500, now we could be having 10 million. Yeah. So as we speak, I can confirm to you that we don't have 10 million. We have about 2.06 million in this account that is official. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other 2 million from the president that there's the same
Another account.
Yeah, you see, as I said, and I also need to make that one clear. You see, when let me give you the picture of how collections are received in the funerals, especially in our setup. When those who came home, they come with their gifts and donations and whatever kind of donation they choose. It is taken to a central pool. Yeah, in most cases we have an account at home, and then we have a store. Whoever brings maize or a ram or a cow or whichever you bring, it's received and then it is handled by a central store. Okay? The same applies with money. We have a central account where all the money given to us, unless you give to the father or the wife or the mother in his pocket or in his hands. Otherwise, what is received in a central pool is put on a central account. The same applies to every money we received, whether it is from the president, from the Honorable Raila, from whichever MP. Everyone who contributed, the money is channeled to the official family account. Yeah.
If the family account that you said has about 2.06,
Yes.
and you said all the money is channeled to one pool,
Yes.
so meaning if the president sent 2 million is in this pool,
Yes.
so that means the money that people have raised is the 0.06, because 2 million is the president's.
No.
It's different.
The money that the general public raised is, as at yesterday, we were at 2.06.
That's for the people.
That is from the general public.
So the one for the president,
The one for the president and the one from Honorable Raila is in the same account.
so
So that
basically,
account is about 5.006.
I think he was accounting for the Gen Zs first separately because that was an issue before.
okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, so president alishatuma. So
Yeah,
the 2
president
million
sent
pia
his
iko,
money. Yes.
iko hapo kwa account.
Yes, president sent his
Na
money.
baba pia iko hapo.
He sent his money,
Yeah.
and it was received and sent to the central account. Yeah, I need to make that clear because somebody may think that he sent private money into his pocket and he pocketed the money.
Okay.
No, Meshach did not pocket the money. Actually, he did not even touch the money. It
Okay.
was received and taken straight to the family.
He didn't even see it.
As he says, he didn't even see it.
And
So,
maybe I can confirm
But
on
you
my
guys have,
end
Yeah.
that all the money is intact,
Yeah.
and so no money has been spent even on at home
Yes.
or for the vendors. All that, we just wanted to make that clear in advance, that after tomorrow, I hope, now we can start getting vendors and utilizing the amount.
Who has access to the account?
To the account, I have access to the account. We are three because the wife, to that account, it is the wife, the mother, and myself. These are the signatories to this account, and no one individual can withdraw by himself. Like I cannot go and withdraw. Yeah. Whenever I want to make a withdrawal, either the wife or the mother must sign.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's no harm, there's no danger of, unless I collude with the mother or with the wife, and that cannot make sense.
What of the money that was sent to, according to Eric, there was some money that was sent to the father's number, the mother's number, the wife's number. What happened to that money?
Yeah, you see, the monies which were sent to individual numbers, at some point, it happened that, the numbers were given to the general public at a time when I think we did not prepare them early enough on how to manage the money that is coming in the account, because it was a lot of money was coming. At some point, all the lines were full, which means there was need to transfer to either account or something, but that did not happen. Now, he gave two numbers of the father, of Meshach. So the first number he gave, that is the the two numbers are Safaricom numbers. But the first number he gave was full at some point.
That's 500 G's.
Yeah, it was
So let's
something less
490,
than
480.
490.
Okay. Let's
thereabout.
go it for 80.
Yes, call it for 80 or for 90, around that much. But at some point, I think the second day, it could not make any transactions. It could not receive money because it was full. And then we gave the second line, which at some point also was full.
So another 480.
Yes, about 480 or 490 or something near 500. Okay, so these numbers were full, but something happened. During the time when we were around, where was that? City mortuary. Yeah, at the city mortuary with the crowds and the movement, he lost his ID. So he could not make a transaction, I think. So
He lost his ID.
yeah, he dropped his ID.
You need ID to send money on M-Pesa.
No, to send money on a person, no. But to withdraw. If you have to withdraw, then you need your
Yes, I
ID.
can send you your number, you withdraw for me.
Well, it did not come to our mind at that point.
They had to go to Safaricom
Now-
to open a pay bill as well. They had to get IDs and all that.
Now, what happened with that? When the money was full, at some point, we tried almost the whole night. We could not transfer money to, what is that called?
Sure.
M-Shwari, to KCB or M-Pesa, or transfer to bank account. We even tried sending the money to my personal account so that we can transfer, but that failed. And we just had to switch off the phone.
The line was already swapped.
Yes.
That is what they're trying to say.
So later on, I think last Friday, because we had a lot of activities here and there, we could not get to the Safaricom office. Now, when we went to Safaricom office last Friday, before that, we even bought a phone. We thought that there was something wrong with this phone. So we bought a phone. When we tried to put the SIM card, it could not pick the network. So we said we have to go to Safaricom office for this to be sorted out. When we went to Safaricom office, we realized that somebody had done a SIM swap. So what they explained to us is that either somebody did a SIM swap or downloaded the Safaricom app. That could have been somebody who was either close to where we are. And this person was making transactions. Okay. So there were transactions that were being done on that phone, that first line. So up to that point, he did not have the ID, but when he got the ID, we did a SIM card replacement, and they stopped the transaction, the illegal transaction on that line. And of course now we have a fraud investigation that is going on. It is in the hands of the investigating officers. That is when we will be able to know who did the swap, who was making the illegal transactions, and to which numbers were receiving the money, and what is the total amount that was transacted in that line. Yeah, so that is the truth about the other
Just
line.
to say, in that line which was swapped, all the money got lost. The only amount which was found there was 3,000 shillings.
Yeah, and that 3,000, when we had replaced the SIM card, that's when the 3,000. Somebody sent the
Somebody
3,000.
sent just that time.
Yeah, that time. Yeah.
So literally,
yeah.
if they did not replace, that 3,000 would have gone to the person who was
To
swapped the line.
person, yes.
So literally, every money that was sent after the swap was going directly to another person. You
Yes.
get what I mean? That is SIM swapping now.
Yeah, and then there's something else I need to make clear. The money that we can say is lost is the transaction that was made with that SIM card, but not what has been sent to the account
pay bill.
through the pay bill. The money that is sent through the pay bill
It's
is okay, is intact. Nobody has, actually, we have not even done a single transaction. We have not even done a single withdrawal. Yeah.
There's a couple of SIM cards at play.
Yes.
Baba Albert had 2. Mama Albert had a SIM card.
Yes.
Albert's wife has a SIM card.
Yes.
At some point, all the SIM cards were full. This is 2 million.
Near that.
Because if this is 490 something, this is 490 something, this is 490 something, this is 490 something,
Yeah.
na kuchezea 2 million. So one imetolewa. So tuko na 1.5.
Yes, about
So
about.
he mtu aliswap his SIM card na akatoa all this money. Na Safaricom ajui ni nani alitoa. Hawajawapatia namba yenye ilikuwa inaenda hiyo pesa.
No,
This line was for Meshach. He's at home. He's yet to come back here tomorrow, and when he comes back here, because it is his account, it is now him to deal with it, with the fraud team being assisted by Safaricom to help unravel the situation, what happened to that line.
Okay.
But for us, on a layman's language, the money was fleeced off that telephone number, which was the main one for Baba Albert.
Okay. So we have 1.5. Where is
Yeah,
it?
no, we have to confirm that with because this was going to personal lines.
Personal lines.
Yes. So
But
they
the
have to
lines were
speak.
full.
They have to the wife, the mother, and of course the father.
Yes.
They'll have to speak to that.
So they haven't spoken. So you guys have no idea how much money is here.
Yeah.
Of
These
course,
three
from what
people.
you are saying, if at some point
The line is full.
it's
That's
full.
a familiar.
So there's something close to.
It's not familiar.
So of course we have to also confirm if the same person who was doing this practice, maybe he had accessed the other lines as well. So that one we have to confirm when they come.
They're coming in tomorrow.
They're coming in
Obinna.
tomorrow.
So
They will go to
I think
Safari.
I told you we'll come with a statement, but we cannot get a statement.
Because they are not
and
come.
You get what I mean? So when they come tomorrow, you'll be able to generate a statement,
Yeah.
obviously through email is really stamped from Safaricom, but we cannot access it without the family now, kwa nyumbani. So I think tomorrow you'll be able to get that and send that over to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sasa inacheza 5 point something that iko kwa account. Hiyo sasa haijaguzwa.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
it's all
5.06.
intact.
Yeah.
Do we know exactly how much is there?
No, I have to.
Because
I
we are
have to
giving
check.
ballpark figures. If you are the committee and you don't know how much is in the account,
It is 5.0.
5.06.
5.06.
5.06.
Okay.
Yes.
So 5.06 in the account, and you've said probably after tomorrow now you guys can discuss and know what is going where.
Yeah, we can.
So I presume by now you already have a budget for the funeral.
Yes, we have a budget for the funeral. We have 2 budgets.
Okay.
One for the Requiem Mass and one for the burial.
Okay.
But we have not fixed up some of the logistics like transport and what have you, because we have to discuss the mode of transport that we need to use. Do we need to fly Albert to the other side, depending on the situation of the Requiem Mass? If we see that his body is not able to sustain 2 days being out, maybe he'll have to be flown. And if he's just okay, probably he'll go by road. But we have to decide the mood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mog, who's paying?
All expenses
They're all in the budget. Maybe in brief, we have the mortuary, there's the embalming and the clearance, and of course there's also the, what is it called, the one you go to the city county, the permits as well. Then we also have the casket, floral decor for the casket, and we also have a hearse to take the body to the Requiem Mass, and it's either to nyumbani or now to the airport. Then of course we also have Kisumu home transfers, that is convoy and escort. That is now the family, all the guests to the funeral. And also we have securities, because of course now with the fracas that was there online, we've definitely been having some death threats towards the father of Albert, and as you can tell, he never had any of this money, it is still intact. So maybe you need to clarify that for the nation as well. For the people wenye wamekuwa namsalimia kindly, I think people need to have some restraint. Then we also have Nairobi Requiem Mass venue. We did talk with the other committee members. We'd love for it to be more of an interreligious affair, because we all loved Ojwang, that is Albert Ojwang, and hatungependa tufungie mtu, especially because of their religious preference. So we are trying to look for a neutral space. That is a thing. Then also we have catering in Nairobi, at least after the Requiem Mass for the guests, and of course in Kisumu as well. So that's where the other variable in terms of the number of guests that we'll be expecting. And then we also have event staff, that is MCs, ushers, and of course security as well is also a challenge. And then we also have accommodation for the family, because they'll have to come here. And we also have public address and broadcast setup, printed materials, that is the program, things like that. Then you also have transport to and from Homa Bay. That is now not the nuclear family, the other family. And of course, I've also been trying to reach out. I've been trying to reach out to, are they called SACCO? The buses that ply that route. Any mwenye ameguso angependa kupeana bus, fuel, things like that. So that also Kenyans of goodwill would have to go to the burial. That's also part of logistics as well. Then we have. Okay, also because of course they're going to be kids, so you're going to have a separate maybe snacks or meals for the kids, because I think people do tend to forget that kids need to be taken care of, and of course some games, considering it is a solemn day, and we don't want kids to be just there and a bit not to say entertained, but it is a solemn day for the nation. And what I'm planning and the committee are planning is definitely a state burial. How our comrade has passed away, actually he has been murdered. Nobody would want their child to go through that, or their father. And maybe Kenyans need to realize that's what the family is going through. So also we have photographers, that is videography as well, and we're appealing to maybe have a docu-style kind of filming. Then of course there's clothing, the family, and then of course a contingency fund. Sorry. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe if there's something that I've missed, but that is pretty much what I'm looking at. Yeah.
Did Sakaja say he'll fund the funeral?
Yeah, that's what I gathered, and I am following up with this team as well. Yeah.
Who? Mosiria?
No, Mosiria is for environment.
Works in Sakaja's office. Okay. So Sakaja said he will, but so far he has not reached out to.
No, I am reaching out. In terms of logistics, also any pledge that has been done, especially publicly, I definitely try to follow up. Yeah. Wow. But I definitely will give feedback on that as well when it materializes.
There's going to be a lot of loopholes
in
this situation. You're going to get two sides of people. You're going to get backlash, you're going to get support.
Yeah.
A couple of you from the committee are going to be hung to dry. You're going to get whooped on the online, on the interwebs.
Yeah.
Okay? Some will get praise at all. Thank you for supporting. Some will tell, tumekula pesa. And I'm sure hata mshaanza kuambiwa kidogo. Mambo ishachemuka kidogo.
Yeah, you see, well, that is why we are here.
Okay.
We want to make sure. We here's the chairman and here's myself. We want to make sure that we are accountable.
Okay.
Okay. We want to give. We want to be as transparent as we can to the public.
Okay.
And of course, we want to give an accurate accountability of every coin that the public has given in support with and to the family.
Okay.
I can assure you from where we sit, we are going to do justice to the family and to the people of Kenya who are mourning with us in terms of their contributions. So we want to keep
Okay.
Keep it safe, yes.
Kababs nitarudi nayo simu nyingine. Who selected the committee? How did the committee come together?
This committee, basically, as you can see, is just composed of the family members. Albert is my nephew. Albert is his nephew. Now, somebody whom we can say is a bit outsourced could be Hanifa, but because of her expertise in event organization. Right? So we are basically from the family, all of us.
Okay.
Yes.
Mulijichagua.
Yes, we had a big group.
Salia nayo simu nyingine. Where is Kababs? I need the other phone. Find Kababs.
There's something about the committee which I need to also make clear. We have two committees. There's a committee at home.
Also.
The bigger committee sits at home. In that committee, there is a clan, the family, the clan. But again, there is a representative from the constituency level and a representative from the governors, from the governors, I can say the county level. So at all stages of leadership, we have representation in that larger committee. This is just a small committee to manage affairs within Nairobi. However, the bigger committee that makes serious decisions are back at home. Yes.
Okay. The house that was to be built, update on it?
Yeah, the construction is ongoing.
It's okay.
The construction is ongoing. The last time I checked, they were almost done with the
Linton.
yes. Yeah.
Halo bwana, shauri gani wewe bana, shika simu, mimi naletea wewe marashi iko.
Copy this tune, dial 11 for 1 shilling and 50 cents daily.
Rolot iko, the other iko body spray. Naletea wewe flavor tofauti, strawberry, avocado, passion, banana, hata ile flavor shisha iko ndani. Bwana shika simu wewe haya. Halo bwana, shauri gani wewe bana, shika simu, mimi naletea wewe marashi iko, rolot iko, the other iko body spray. Naletea wewe flavor tofauti.
So I'm trying to get a hold of Eric Omondi. He was to come today. I reached out to him, her and the other Hanifa, and Eric has not been receptive on it. Yeah, which is a bit odd.
Yeah, and for Hanifa, we were together actually. Yeah, so because of the other mpango that you understand,
Okay.
yeah, she could not make it.
Yeah. So I've tried calling Eric from the other day, even yesterday, today, which is very strange. He has not been picking. It's a very odd thing. It's very unlike him. Ningekuwa shanaambia, "Puedo." Wachane. Like,
Haya, kwani umenipigia namba ingine? Najua sijaikuwa nikishika simu zako, lakini ni vile tulishikwa na msiba. Lakini trust me my friend, nikipata kakitu nitakutumia. Mimi sibai pesa ya mtu. Hata sasa tuko maoborero matanga, lakini nitakutumia kakitu, nitakulipa. Haya. Tanyongera taska yeye unasanya meikro bilibili. Halo? Kwani sijakata simu? Haya, kwani umenipigia namba ingine? Najua
Eric Ashiki. So I don't know why. So we can't get that side of the Nini. So we'll just conclude with what we have here.
Yes, we can conclude with what we have.
Yeah, let's work with what we have. That's very strange. That's very, very strange. That is fine. We tried. Okay.
Yeah, but
So,
concerning funds as well,
Yeah.
we know that there are many Kenyans who are of goodwill,
Yes.
and they could be doing their collections by themselves. Yeah, if they are Kenyans of good wills and are planning to mourn with us, we welcome them to come. Just disclose to us whatever they have that they have managed to collect. We will receive. At this point, we are not bashing anybody.
Okay.
We want to welcome our arms to everyone.
Welcome everyone.
And that also goes to I saw some people complaining about the involvement of the politicians.
Yeah, that thing brought a lot of backlash.
It brought a lot of backlash. And
Yeah, guys felt betrayed.
yes.
Yeah.
You know, in our culture, a mourning person does not send away guests. You cannot send away a guest who has come to mourn with you.
Okay.
It is in our culture. So anybody who is coming to mourn, in whichever form you're mourning, yeah. You see, the entire Kakoth clan, we are mourning. The entire constituency is mourning. The entire county is mourning. The country Kenya is mourning. And you see, when I talk of country Kenya, I'm not talking of buildings. I'm talking of human beings, people, okay? So anybody is free to come and mourn with us. We welcome the door. As I said in our culture, a mourning person does not lock his doors. Anybody who comes, they could come running with the digest and dances and everything they have. We are welcome. And again, I interacted with the groups of young people who are saying they are going to come from all the 47 counties. And you see, we are prepared to receive them at home, okay? We are not locking doors for any tribe, for any religion. We are opening doors for everyone in Kenya and outside Kenya to come. Our home is open for everyone. At this point, we are not in politics, right? Yeah. So if a politician comes to mourn with us, we consider that an individual who has been touched by what happened to our son and is coming to mourn with us. We welcome you. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. So we are not in any side of political divide. We are simply mourners who have opened the door for any Kenyans who is feeling pain in their heart and they want to share in our grief. They are free to come.
Okay.
Whether they are politicians, whether they are religious leaders, whether they are the Gen Zs, everyone, because this issue of our son Albert touched everyone, from the young to the old, across religions. We have Muslims. Yesterday, as I was driving home, I saw a Muslim brother coming to me. He's giving me a video of a Muslim brother who is giving a talk on how painful the death of Albert is. So this is an issue that cuts across. And for that reason, we cannot discriminate anybody along any line. They are grieved, they are mourners, they are mourning with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have an approximate budget of the funeral?
They are working on it.
Yes, we are working on this budget, but given the status of Albert and the way Albert has become a real hero in this nation, we remember even the deaths of others was so painful, but the way this one came out is giving us an indication that we are likely to have so many guests. And for that reason, we are planning to have a modest reception at home so that when the Gen Zs and the young people come home, we are a bit far from a town that can feed so many people. Probably the refreshment we get at home is probably what might sustain people. And going by that, we had a budget for refreshments and everything, including the dyers, everything, for almost, it was a modest one. And we were thinking of around 3,000 people. that who might get refreshments at home. And when you look at 3,000 people and you see the nature of this funeral, it may even be more. But 3,000 people, refreshments at home, we approximated for around 4.5 million. So if we have to reduce it even further because of lack of funds, you can now do prorating and see that it might go down, but the people who will be catered for is a much less. So if we use 3,000 people as a figure, and including the tents and all other things that the decorations and all that kind of thing, it's almost 4.5 million.
And also we are appealing to vendors, as I am doing it pro bono, any vendors who would wish to be part of the Requiem Mass and the burial, if they choose to give discounted rates, all these things, corporates as well. And of course, we also need volunteers, teams, as you do have like Obinna TV, you also have Obinna family there. Hi to all of you. So whoever feels like yeye na inaitwaje majirani wake ama kanisa lake, msikiti, if they choose to come and help in any way, in kind, in cash, in whatever way, in skills, yeah? Because he's saying 3,000. In my mind, I'm like 3,000 to 5,000 people, estimatively. We need to ask ourselves how many people are coming from Nairobi to Kisumu. Then kuna village people, kuna wenye wanakuja tu kwa sababu they want to mourn with the family. So definitely it is an underestimation according to my expertise. But I'm like, they were very clear that they'd rather underestimate and make sure we have something for the burial than overestimate and we have another issue at hand. So yeah, that's where we are at. And also I'd like to definitely reiterate that since no funds has been touched, any vendors who choose to give us good rates, discounted rates, people who choose to volunteer, they can always come on board. That will at least offset some of the costs. Of course, some costs are definitely fixed costs that you cannot do anything about it. But yeah.
You know, from listening to this conversation, basically the money that has been donated is gonna get finished in the funeral.
And the other thing is, of course, I have always been looking at the comments and sharing to the group, really frustrating them. It is the funeral for the people. Understand? The people who are coming, they expect a befitting funeral for our comrade, our hero. And I hope to give that. And yes, definitely, we do need more.
You see, there's more to this than just the funeral and the date of burial. You know, Albert has left a very young widow and a very young son. It would be good for us. Part of justice for Albert is to set up a livelihood, especially for the little boy and the mother. Yeah. In that case, anybody who is listening to this and is touched and is willing to also touch the heart of the young boy and the heart of the young man, they are free to come and join the family. You know, I happen to have been there from day one when Albert died. And if you get the story is a moving one. One day I was meditating on the story of the boy. At some time, the boy will ask, because at this time he knows his father, and now the father is no more. He was asking the mother. People say, is these people crying? And say, yeah, people say Daddy's dead. And the mother had to say, no, Daddy's not dead. Now, the manner in which Albert was arrested, when the boy is looking, when the whole family is watching, later on, this boy will ask, where was that guy I called my dad? But then the last memory is when he was handcuffed while they were watching. I think part of the justice, especially for for the young man is to set a livelihood for him, that he will remember later that though he died in that manner, though I can only remember when he was arrested, when his mother had to remove food from the palm of his hand, because the little boy captured that. So later on, when he will be looking at the history of his dad, I think he'll be comforted that the Kenyans, okay, of good faith joined and established a future for them and for the mother. And not only the wife and the child, you see the mother as well and the father. We need to continue our support, psychosocial support, material support. We need to come close to the family. This is not the time because of a little miscommunication here and there. Because of what I've said, you can verify that most of what is trending in social media is not accurate. Because of the misinformation, I have seen the backlash, and some people have withdrawn their support. This is not the time to withdraw your support for that kind of a family. For example, that little boy, if you withdraw your support, the support you had intended to give to this family, for the sake of that little boy, if you withdraw now, what have you done? Okay? This is the time we must put down all the differences and come together for the sake of the family and for the sake, especially for the little boy. I'm giving you my word. I'm accessible. You will. I want you to call me back in this show after the funeral is over. I want you to ask me, Brother Kenneth, the Kenyan public, everybody donated, and this is the money we got. How have we spent the money? And I will table the account for all of us. Yes,
I will. I'll invite you guys.
Yeah,
back.
but I want to make it. I want to stress on this point. Let us come together as a people, as part of the justice. You see, justice for Albert and the family is not only justice for Albert and the family. It's for the entire Kenyans who are now crying. Some people are crying now for Albert, but they are reminded of the past injustices. Okay, so when we are coming together for this, for Albert, we are coming together for the entire nation. I also want to say that we are in solidarity. As a family, we are in solidarity with the families, especially the family of the gentleman who was shot while seeking justice for Albert. You know, we were watching that with Albert's father, and when we saw that guy, that police officer shooting that guy, it pricked his heart a second time. And you know, we were seated there and he almost collapsed. We were seated together. He almost collapsed. So the pain and solidarity, we joined the families. In fact, we are looking for a way to go and
visit the family
of Boniface and visit the family of others who are in hospital as a show of solidarity, because their pain is our pain. They got their pain as a result of seeking justice for our son, who is Albert. So we are together with the entire country, mourning together, and we are going to walk this journey together with our colleagues, with all the Kenyans who are, especially those who have suffered because of seeking justice for our son Albert.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just to make it clear also, Kenyans of goodwill donated to us their money. And the monies that were sent through the pay bill, as we have stated clearly, is intact, not misused until now, not used, because we could have also have had other problems and we could have used the money. But until now, as we are reporting now, the money is intact, not misused. So anybody thinking that Baba Albert spent money for the people badly, okay, or Baba Albert got a lot of money, he's now full of money, forgot about Albert, that is not correct. We are grieving, and Baba Albert just attended to the aunt of Albert who passed away he attended the funeral of the aunt of Albert who passed away. When the aunt heard of Albert's death, she also died. And that's why he went home. So it has been grieving after grieving. So anybody who is mistaking Baba Albert for anything, we want to make it clear to you that he can account for the money it was sent to his personal account. And when he said that the scam has happened, Safaricom will explain clearly. And this will also get into the public domain, how the money that was sent to Baba Albert's number got scammed, went to who, and probably by who. This will come to the public domain. So no misuse, no misuse. And with the budget that we are putting in place, it is a modest one, and it is only to take care of the mourners. And remember that we have the young widow with a very young child also to have a life, and justice for Albert should surely also reach the young widow. And we are appealing to Kenyans that this is now made clear, and if there is any information, and from this show, Mr. Obinna, if somebody, one Kenyan of goodwill is seeking to get us, you can give them specifically our numbers, but don't please put it to the public. You know what happened when you put the numbers to public. A lot of phone calls and probably scams come by the way. Thank you.
Okay. Trying to get a hold of Governor Sakaja.
Yeah.
So as he said, anybody who has any questions, they can ask, and you call. Yes, if they ask through you, or maybe even after the show, if they pose any questions, you can throw to us, and then we will give answers. So that we become accountable to the people of Kenya, we are accountable to the family.
And maybe, I think, Obinna, you're the best person to talk about people and platforms, or let's not call it influencers, but influential people with platforms. You do have a platform. I think people need to be responsible as you have by, honoring us and having an audience with us.
Okay.
So maybe you're the best person to speak on that, because whatever you say has power to the masses. So any person, if you feel offended, there's always better channels of doing it other than maybe putting it online. And with that, then I think you understand there were some death threats towards Baba Albert for the funds that he had not even received.
Okay.
And again, we at the same time want to thank the public, those who are raising their voices. They have a right to demand for accountability because they donated this money in good faith and they are well-meaning. So we appreciate, because that puts us on toes to make sure that whatever concerns are raised are addressed in a platform like this. And as I said, we are open. Any questions asked, feel free to ask any questions. You can ask through you, through her, through anybody else, and we'll be available to give answers to all the questions that may be answered. But again, we want to make sure that we give a proper account of every money that are contributed to us.
So I want to paint for you a picture of how things are going to turn out.
Yes.
And also have a few questions that I need to ask here. But before that, the video, let me tell my people about the property that I'm acquiring right now, courtesy of Urban Properties, and I want you to come and join me. There's a very nice piece of land over here at Koma. Come and be my neighbor. Check this out. What's up, everybody? Your guy, the top, is in the building, and this time is for sure. I just found this hidden gem in Koma town, 300 meters from Kangundo Road. 50 banded plots for only 750,000 Kenya shillings if you're paying cash. Na wale wa malipo ya polepole unaweka 300,000, alafu the balance unamaliza between 6 months to 12 months. Na total ni 850,000. We are currently fencing, ndio tunaweka masingenge nini, but the good thing about it, title deed iko ready. Just think about it. Maji iko on site, stima iko hapa, access road na development. Unajua Koma town ndio hii iko hapa. Everything is intact. Kuja ukwe jirani yangu hapa. Courtesy of Fervent Properties. So piga namba kwenye screen sahi and book. There are only 21 plots na moja ni yangu. So zimebaki 20. So the 20 of you ngangala, sema ndio Obinna amekutuma. All right. So Sakaja is currently not in the country. Yeah, that's the information I'm getting here. So, the house that is being built is the house for who? For the father?
For Baba Albert, yes.
For Baba Albert.
Yeah.
Albert had a house.
Yeah, a small Simba.
Albert has a Simba.
We call it Simba,
A
yes.
small.
So there's basically no plan for Albert's son, right? Some of these questions are rhetorical. Just putting them out there, just food for thought. If we're going to spend 4 million buying food for mourners,
The 4 million is not for food.
that's what we said initially. We said refreshments and nini for 3,000 people.
Including
There's the
the
decor as well.
tents, the decors,
There's the decor as well.
It's
transport,
public address,
public address.
Yeah.
security.
Yeah, but if we spend around 4 million doing all these things, there's no money that's going to remain for the child.
Yeah.
There's no money that's going to remain for the wife. There's no money that's going to remain for the dad or for the mom.
Yeah.
Okay? So, personally, I've never fancied the idea of people eating in funerals. I've always thought, I'm mourning. Why are you coming to eat in my funeral? Like, see, you come with your food, I've always thought of it that way. However, mambo ni mingi. In the Luo culture,
Let me explain that to you. The reason why there is food at the funeral. You know, we may not agree with this, but this is the truth. We have, in our culture, for example, we have relatives coming from far, and some of them are coming to spend. Because, for example, we have ladies married in our village coming all the way from Mukambani. And you know, we have relatives coming all the way from Bondo, from Siaya, and others are coming from Nairobi. In our cultures, we treat such as visitors. It is a difficult thing to tell guests. It is not human. It's not cultural.
I know.
To tell visitors, you come to our home,
I was
but carry
getting
your
there.
food. It's
I was getting
uncultural.
there. That's
Yes.
what I said.
Yeah.
I've never fancied the idea
Yes.
of people coming to eat at the funeral.
At the funeral, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
you need to rework the whole thing at your own discretion. Why? This is how it's going to play out.
Yes.
Okay. By the time we'll sit again after the funeral,
Yes.
there'll be no money left. And Kenyans are going to eat tea for lunch. They already even started. They've already, they're hanging you to dry already. They're calling you all these names and everything.
Yes.
Because of misunderstandings and miscommunications and
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
And if you're going to get a good whooping that you don't deserve. Because you mean well.
Or because of what?
Kenyans are like that.
Okay.
You don't even have to have a reason to.
Yes.
And even the chairman and even you're going to
Yes.
be called a lot of names. Even Baba Albert himself.
We are
and
already-
everybody.
we are already receiving.
Okay, maybe
Pia,
on
pia,
that,
pia.
I think maybe the issue was because one party was saying Hanifa Farsafi's pay bill was false. Maybe that's an issue. Or
No.
is it, it's not about that.
No. Kenyans will find a reason
Okay.
to whoop you guys out because of when money is involved. I've seen this thing happen many times, especially when it's donation from people.
Yes.
People will get entitled. They're like, we gave you the money.
Yeah.
We want the money. And now there's already division for why you in bed with the government and the government is the one that killed. That's how people are thinking. And you've explained the way funeral is for everybody. You guys will be like, okay, so we want to come and this might happen. So you might mean well and you might do due diligence. But in the end, they're still going to have you for lunch. So prepare for that. So brace for impact.
Yes.
Winter is coming.
Yes.
Number one. Number two, we need to find a solution for Albert's son
Son, yes.
and the wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if he was taking care of them, After this funeral like this, everybody's
Yes.
gonna go back to their own lives.
Yes.
And nobody's gonna take care of that. And the politicians who are gonna make promises, they are not going to follow it up.
Yes.
That one you can take to the bank.
Yes.
All of them. Starting from the top to the bottom. They will make promises, none of them will follow up. Unless the committee now decides to hold them accountable to whatever what they say. You've said Albert had a Simba. He's gonna be buried in the Simba, then people will move on with their lives. So basically, he died for nothing, and nothing has happened, and nothing has changed in his family. Because after you've given the dad the house, baba atakula nyumba. Hawezi. So also, the dad, the mom is there.
Yes.
The dad, the mom. Yani, there's so much in this thing. It's not as simple as we are looking at it like this.
Yeah.
But in the end, I have a very bad feeling about it. It's gonna go very south. The good thing is you are family. You know, when you are family, kama ungeko outsiders kama ule sasa kidogo, family wako zile tumepanga hivi na hivi na hivi. So, you need contingency plans for all of these things because the money might not be enough. Ama the expenditure might overshoot. Ukiangalia your story, everything, I'm just like, hey, it's tricky. Tricky sana. Fresh inaenda kuja kwako tu wewe.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
You know,
There's no reason.
what
wait
what
for
I
it.
want to also reiterate,
Yeah.
you remember, if you follow closely how and whatever I'm saying,
Yes.
I have a keen interest in the future of the boy and the mother, Albert's son George and the mother. If everything we have is just what we have, here's the chairman. We will have to make adjustments, yeah, to work with what we have, to do something for the mother and the son, especially the mother and the son, so that we don't end everything by the
Now
day
you
of
know it's your
battle.
responsibility as a committee
Yes,
to come up with something for the mother and the son.
the mother and the son.
With the money that you already have.
Yes,
Because
we are going
Kenyans
to make
as is-
adjustments. Yes,
Yes, Kenyans as is, they're already starting to detach.
yes,
Okay? And if you're still waiting for someone else to come from outside and try
Yes.
and sort that, it might not happen.
yes, might not happen.
So if they come, good. If they don't come, still good. But with
Yes.
the budget that's there, the committee has to come up with a way to sort the mother and the
Yes, that's what
son.
I'm saying. With the mother and the son, we are going to readjust as a committee. If nothing more comes to our kitty, we are going to make the necessary adjustments to ensure that we don't spend all the money to
the
the
funeral.
funeral
Yep.
program. Because we have a future. We have a future for the
Yes.
boy, we have a future for the mother, we have a future for two mothers here, the mother, the Albert's wife, and the mother and the father. So that one is going to be well taken care of so that we don't spend every money we receive for the funeral.
We are here. We're going to support, going to stand with Albert,
Yes.
okay, because that is our comrade, and we're like, okay,
Yeah.
we're going to come for the funeral.
Thank you.
But also, personally, I'm going to ask Kenyans for kindness. A lot is happening, a lot is being said. Just be kind. Like I always say all the time, there's so much you don't know.
Yes.
In this whole story, there's so much I don't know.
Yes.
There's so much that is happening behind the scenes that we don't know.
Yeah.
But
All
also-
that you don't know, that involves us. Ask us, we will tell you.
No, there are even some that you guys don't know.
Yes, that which we don't
Yeah,
know.
there's some you
we will not
assume
tell
you know because you've been told something, but
Yes.
also there's a lot.
There's a lot that we
Yeah,
don't
because
know.
the truth of the matter is this.
Yes.
We know how Albert was murdered.
Yes.
We know the whole situation. And we've seen the way the situation is being handled.
Yes.
We are not blind. We can see. Okay?
Yeah.
And we're seeing the PR exercises around it. So we can see. And we are agitated and we are angry and we are disappointed. That is why people are going on the street. And when on the street protesting against police brutality, they kill another gentleman on the same street, the same police. Same thing happened in Mwiki. Another girl was, I think, abused.
Very unfortunate.
Guys go on the street, then they still kill another. So it is still happening, and we're just like, wow. We're like, okay, we are watching. So that is the situation where guys are at. So when guys are already agitated and angry with the whole situation that is happening with the police, and the police is an extension of the government. So people are not even fighting the police. People are like, oh, it's the government. And then the government comes and says, yup, we drop some 2 mic, and we're building a crib. And then the person that people are looking up to as a symbol, is Albert Ojwang, comes and says, hey, now I want to thank the government for this and looking at my son as their own son. And the guys are like,
Yeah.
That's like, really? Really, bro? Like, really? Because think of it. Do you know, now let me tell you something very interesting. If Baba Albert did not take the 2 million or the house, do you know Kenyans could have given them more than 10 million? You guys know that? Have you guys, you know, like if Kenyans, if this happened, if he didn't take that money and he was on the street the other time, this time when the when karaoke was shot, he was on the street that time and he said, hey, Maze, guys, me, I'm here because of my son and everything. Kenyans would have crossed the oceans. Kenyans could have rode and died for and with him. But the minute he jumped and said, oh, I want to thank Nini, Kenyans are like, man. So that was not a very smart move at that moment, but everybody has their reasons. Okay? So that is what is bringing the discord. That is what most Kenyans are like, yeah, man. So even what is happening right now, guys are like, where Kwendeni, where Nini. So we are that place. So even the funeral, don't expect it to be as smooth as we think it's going to be.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of loggerheads happening because we are Luos. We know.
Yes,
we were tech. Vitu ni ngumu. So of course, Mheshimiwa Obinna atakuja na timu yake, Mheshimiwa atakuja na timu yake, Mheshimiwa atakuja na timu yake, na watataka huyu aongee na huyu aseme nini na huyu afanye nini for their own interests.
Yes.
But the people that we're supposed to focus on is Albert's family, especially the wife and the son. And that will be diluted in the whole scenario. And in a month after he's buried, everything will be back to normal, and the mother will be somewhere in the house by herself crying the nights away, wishing the husband was there, and the money will have been spent on the funeral and everything. So it is a very slippery slope.
That is why we are saying we are crying for justice, and the entire nation is crying for justice. But now, as the wheel of justice is taking its course, we have a message from the family. You see, what I'm speaking is what the family is speaking. Everybody who is coming to us, to the funeral, especially on the burial date, we are telling people to come with sacks. And this is the message we are told. What sacks? Sacks of peace. Carry large sacks of peace from all the corners of this country, from all the counties of this country. Bring to us a message of hope and peace. But this does not undermine the will of justice. We want to see we want to see justice.
So in short, you're telling Kenyans indirectly they take a back seat.
Not take a back seat.
Because if you say come with peace, now that means nobody's fighting for Albert, so guys are gonna go like, okay.
No. At the funeral, when we come at the funeral, let nobody come with the mind of chaos. Because I heard in social media, there was people brought some reports to me that there were people who were told not to come to the funeral. Okay? Some people have a perception that there's going to be chaos. That's what I'm saying, that in our village, in our county, we are a peaceful people. Let's also send a message of peace. Let's also come as we give Albert a send-off. Let's also preach a message of peace. This is going to be part of justice as we give Albert a peaceful send-off. Let everybody who comes to our village on the burial day know that they are welcome. There's nobody planning any chaos. If somebody made a statement somewhere, it did not come from the family. And it has not come from Homa Bay County. It has not come from our constituency. We are preparing to receive masses of people who are coming, and we are peaceful. Come with peace. We will welcome all of you. We will accommodate all of you because we are peaceful and we are prepared to receive you.
Okay.
Yes.
Chairman.
Yes.
Tafadhali. Professor. Doctor. John. Okay.
Call him engineer.
Engineer.
Yes.
Yes, all those accolades.
That is the
Because
best.
that's my...
Come up with a way
Yeah.
to sort the mother and the child.
Yeah.
Forget every other person.
Yes.
Albert's responsibility is his child and his wife.
Mm.
I know you're wise in your space. When you guys sit down, when all the temperatures cool down,
Yes.
with the committee, come up with a solution for the wife and the child. Every other thing is secondary. Okay? Besides that one, brace for impact. Immediately after this, there's going to be war about money. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of war about money, the money. Oh, there's SIM card moja iliswapiwa. Where's the rest of the SIM cards? Where's the rest of the money? Oh, hii ndio ingia kwa bank account. Okay, hii ni paybill. Oh, paybill zilikuwa ni mbili. Oh, huyu anasema hivi, huyu amekasirikia huyu. Nini. There's going to be a lot. Na itakuwa kama committee mtu tuambie pesa imeenda wapi. Okay, so brace for impact. So that one is also coming. Finally, on 25th, we're on the streets. Are you guys coming? Is the family coming? Is the family with us? Because right now, you know, Albert is more of like a symbol. It's now no longer even about Albert. Now it's about police reforms and police brutality.
Actually, I can speak on that.
Yeah.
The meeting that we were in, we were with Wakili, who is part of the team that has been planning it, with the family of Rex and all the other families. And we hope to be present. And in a very big way, we did come up with a bill against police brutality, which we hope now on the 25th it will be a very monumental day commemorating the people who passed, not even from Albert, you know, other people have passed.
Okay.
From the last person till June 25th last year. So we hope to be present in a very big way to support the other families as well.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And we are just having discussions today afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to thank you guys for what you're doing. It's actually a good thing. I know it's not an easy thing. Even just being in the committee for funeral, emotions are flaring. People are hurt. People are disappointed. A lot is happening. But we're trying to keep it level-headed and keep it together, from Hanifa to the whole team, the chairman over here. We also have the spokesperson of the family, Kenneth. Asante ni sana. What you're doing is commendable. It's not easy, like I've told you.
Yeah.
So they always say hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Yeah, it's gonna come.
Yeah.
Personally, I do hope that we have a very befitting send-off
Yeah.
for Albert, and it's gonna be peaceful. Personally, I'm gonna be there, and I'm with the family. We're gonna mourn with the family, and we see how we will support each other where necessary. Okay, so God is going to reward you, because I'm sure you guys are doing it out of goodwill. Ama munalipwa? Kuna payroll pia mimi ni nakwanga mzuri sana kwa plan. Yeah, munieke kwa committee mali tu kama overseer, but because you're doing it out of your heart, you don't expect any compensation from it.
No.
Thank you. Okay, that
Maybe
is a very good
you
one.
want to place that, the official pay bill,
Yeah.
in your platform as well. So
Yeah,
that,
why not? You can tell us the pay bill.
Yes,
Davido, put
the-
it on the screen. That's the official pay bill for Nini, for Ojwang's family.
Yeah, the pay bill is 46 999 44. That is the pay bill, and account number, your name. 46 999 44. Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and of course about the wife of Albert, I think most people don't know she is a student at KMTC. She's taking her diploma in nursing. So definitely we did have to contact KMTC. We see what is the fee balance. We need to take care of that. We need her to also finish her studies. And of course, about the house, maybe what I can say about that is that now George is also, you know, now he's the only child for Ojwang's for Albert's parents. So definitely the house is big enough for all of them. In terms of now psychological help, definitely we also need to appreciate that it is not easy what happened to their kin, and let's support in any way in prayer as well for those who cannot be there. Try to pray for them, try to offer assistance in any way, even sending a decent text of encouragement to the family. We all have their numbers. Let's just try to have positive reinforcement for them as well.
Okay.
And just to add to what she's saying, we want to support the entire family to the best of our ability, and that means sending messages of good hope for them, including the father. You know, a mourning person is vulnerable.
Yeah.
And is prone to make mistakes here and there. Okay, so let's be human. Where one slipped, we help them to rise up. Okay, we help them to rise up and support them and encourage them and visit with them. And if it's a mistake happened here and there, now how do we correct and move forward so that we stand in solidarity with the family? It is a time to mourn with them, not necessarily to vilify them and to condemn and all that. It's a time to support them emotionally, financially, materially, the best way we can, so that they can gain their footing. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
Chairman, last words?
We have made it clear now through you, Mr. Obinna. We as a family, we are only requesting for prayers from everyone. We have received a lot of prayers. We are grateful for the support we've gotten from the public. We are so thankful. We wish to make this burial memorable, and as you can see, it is something which is changing something in this society. The bill that Anifa is talking about is going, if it goes through Parliament of Kenya, through the members of Parliament, it will help Kenyans because it is well thought out bill. So we want to make it clear that it started with so many. It has culminated on Ojwang, Albert, and we are evolving through this in difficult times to be a better society, a better people and a better society. Let us not drop out from this task. Let us help each other to grow it up and to give our young hero, Albert Ojwang, a decent send-off that he so deserves. Side shows, let us stop them. The side shows that came up in the social media that culminated into the fight on pay bills, this has now been clarified which pay bill it is. And with this, we hope it is now going to be clear, and a lot of so many things coming up here and there which are not substantiated. You can reach us. Our numbers are with Obinna so that you can get the information before you speak about something that you are not so sure about. Thank you so much.
All right, coming up next, we have Keith Muoki. Yes, now that's going to be our last conversation for today, so that one is coming in a short while. Just wrapping up, someone wants to go by road. How are they heading there for the funeral?
We'll be able to post a proper route and map.
Oh,
And
there'll
we'll
be
share
communication
with, we'll share
on
with
that
you
one.
as well, yeah.
But you can, it is clear, you can go to Oyugi's town,
Okay.
and then from Oyugi's, you can go to the route to Mawego Polytechnic. Or you come from Kendu Bay, go the route of Mawego Polytechnic. The moment you go around and about Mawego Polytechnic, you will reach Albert Ojwang's home. Hope
Okay.
that's clear.
Oh, that's clear. All right, thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you think on the comment section below. Tafadhali, remember to comment. Remember to comment. Hapo tuambie unaonaje, mambo nini. Aya, then also remember to subscribe, maze. Tafadhali, maze. We need that. do not forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button over there. And we're going to see you guys in the funeral. And when they're there, let's keep it peaceful. Ni matanga maze, tuende pale peacefully. We're there for one purpose alone. We lay our brother to rest respectfully. And then turudi nyumbani kwetu respectfully. All right? Let me leave with this one from Mr. Frames Kenya. So you can get an upgrade on your wall. See you in a short while with the next guest, Keith Muoki.